half of China's population lives in the big coastal cities of the east, like Beijing and Shanghai. But away from the heavily populated east, heading west to the outer provinces of Tibet, Xinjiang and Yunnan, the more diverse and mysterious this country becomes. Here, the harsh, unforgiving landscapes forge strong, resourceful people with unique lifestyles and heritage. Even in these remote regions, the winds of change are blowing hard. The future's arriving fast as China's secret lands are revealed. Far to the southwest of Beijing, China touches the Himalayas. An empire of mountains carved out by massive rivers into sheer valleys and dense subtropical jungles. This is the lush province of Yunnan. It covers an area even larger than Germany and supports a population of 48 million. They may all share the same home, but here at the crossroads of 6 nations, the people are as diverse as you can get. 25 distinct ethnicities live here, more than anywhere else in China. Over thousands of years, the natural barriers in this remote southwestern frontier have created isolated fortresses of culture, incubating some of the world's most extraordinary ways of life. Nestled in the rugged mountains near the border of Myanmar is Changyuan, a small county of 180,000, home to the mysterious Wa people. Wa means mountain folk. Living in secret among these steep slopes, they nurtured a unique culture. The worship of many gods, primal rituals, buffalo sacrifice, even headhunting. Today, these secrets are slowly being uncovered. Modern Changyuan is opening its doors, and Chiang Kai-jung is unraveling the mysteries of the elusive history of the Wa.
我们佤族呢，都是从石缸里出来。这个石缸里呢，有一部分佤族的这个支系叫山洞。
Until 1957, the Wa people had no written script for their language. The exact location of Sagangli, the original cave of the Wa people, was therefore never recorded. Only rumors remain. They say Changyuan is close to where it might be found. But one substantive record has survived. Prehistoric rock paintings uncovered in the outskirts of town by a Chinese archaeologist in 1965.
科学鉴定，确定为3000年左右。经过鉴定是属于牛血，还有一些矿物质的混合，就成为颜料。在那个昌原的牙画里面，也有牛耕的这个图像。有牛耕的时候，就是已经有耕着水稻和旱稻，可以犁田犁地。
The Wa's ancestors in Changyuan may have been one of the first to cultivate rice using buffalo. But these plentiful, well-irrigated fields are only a recent phenomenon. In the past, the Wa were slash-and-burn farmers. They didn't use fertilizer, and what little did grow was dry hill rice. After the 1950s, the Chinese government reformed the feudal tribes into farming communes, providing the peasants with seeds, tools, and the mastery of water. Today, farmers like Chen Aiger lease the land owned by village collectives and reap the rewards. Chen recalls the rapid change in his lifetime. He occasionally takes his old friend out to till the fields, but only to keep himself fit.
那么为什么天天像个放牛这个嘛，就是自己锻炼这个身体，个上上下下了嘛，个。最近这2天嘛，用这个机械化，特别是现在这个科技也发达了嘛，个。党政府供我们给我们种这个杂交，产量可以说是比过去60年代放了2番。
In downtown Changyuan, decades of modern development is proudly displayed. Water is channeled here for a different reason. A festival is brewing. This murky concoction will be the centerpiece of the Mornihei Carnival.
模拟黑这个狂欢节是佤族的特点之一。过去是民间传统的，从小的婴儿，开始就用那个我们锅底灰点上一个黑点以后呢，这仪式就辟邪了嘛。田间劳动的时候呢，没有锅底灰的时候，拿泥巴，我擦给你锅底灰，我擦给你锅底灰，大家互相擦，摸一脸幸福一年，摸一生幸福终生。
But this is no mud from the rice paddy.
这个是我们参与的瓦夷盛唐，用那个茶树把它磨成粉啊，然后配拢那个瓦出那种原料凉不落，然后还有10几种草药做成的。
20 metric tons of this raw material will be mixed with 20,000 litres of water. In just a few hours, these tubs of good fortune will be emptied. Before the main event, Changyuan's Mornihei Plaza hosts an inter-village performing arts competition. The many clans of the Wa were once separated by sheer mountain ridges. With little contact, secluded villages created their own distinct clothing, song, and dance. Like many on the stage, 42-year-old Li Yigai is no professional dancer. She's taken the day off from working her family's land, where she grows rice, corn, and tobacco.
我们代表我们诺良村，展现我们佤文化民间原生态的那些歌舞。每个乡镇、每一个地方的文化都不一样，虽然我们都是佤族嘛。让我们有点失望的是，我们跳第2。 平常我们都是得冠军嘛，我们也很高兴，反正一样，我们也很高兴。
Lee knows this friendly contest is just a warm-up. The villagers take their places, standing by for the pinnacle of the Mornihei Carnival. The wooden drum is the most sacred symbol of Wa culture. They believe it sends their wishes to the gods. It's accompanied by the mesmerizing hair dance. a celebration of female beauty and maturity. Before the dancers finish, someone jumps the gun and opens the floodgates. Today's Monihape is accompanied by synthetic drums and amplified DJs. But its traditional meaning hasn't been lost. Mud on a child brings safety and health. For Grandpa, mud wishes them a long life. Young lovers might use it to show their affection. And for women, black is a sign of beauty.
我们佤族叫就是龙拉来，龙就是黑，摸黑了就感觉就好看，就漂亮。
But only one rule applies. The dirtier, the crazier, the better.
觉得很狂，很奔放。各个地方来的人，四面八方来的人，你摸到谁了，你都搞不清楚，好像都是一家人，都是一个民族一样的感觉。
Yunnan was once considered a rural backwater of China. Memories of isolated, remote, and poor ethnic minorities are already being washed away. Modern Yunnan is harnessing its cultural and biological diversity in a new era of high-tech, sustainable development. The provincial capital, Kunming, is one of China's fastest-growing cities, with a population of 6.7 million. It sits almost 2,000 meters above sea level on the Yunnan-Guizhou Plateau. Kunming's mild highland climate has earned it the nickname Spring City. Here, flowers bloom all year round, an opportunity that cunning traders have seized.
我在看2号钟的 A 计划，现在在准备拍这个 A 计划。屏幕上这个信息嘛，价格是最重要的嘛，自己觉得合适的时候就按。
The Donan Flower Center. 6 billion flowers a year are sold under this roof. About 12,000 every minute. After sundown, the buyers make their move. Flowers stay fresher at night and can be prepared for shipping in time for the morning flights.
我叫郝建祥，在昆明这边做这个鲜花批发生意。我是看它新鲜度，那叶子是否新鲜，枝条的粗细，你看它这根都，每一根都很粗，没有碰伤之类的。这个花就可以说是皮质。
After examining today's harvest, Hao makes his way to the auction hall. But it's not the kind of auction that first comes to mind. 3 digital clocks tick down in price. The first person to hit the button wins the lot. Each deal is made in seconds. With 3 offers to look at simultaneously and new requests coming in on his phone, Hao is looking remarkably relaxed.
心情肯定好了，便宜了。技巧也是有一点，根据这个大钟转的这个速度，你要看出来它会在什么点位上按。很简单的，稍微学习一下就可以了。
While traders around the world make split-second decisions on the stock market, here in Yunnan, the most lucrative secrets are living things. In southern Yunnan, Herkai, a village of just 4,000, guards a natural treasure more precious than gold. One that grows in the Bulong Mountains. The Lahu are nomadic mountain people, a minority in China of about 500,000. They were once known for their skill at hunting tigers. But these days, their targets are unmoving and far more valuable. Nawa is the Lahu guardian of ancient tea trees.
鹤开的茶树是我们祖祖辈辈留下来的，我们的生活永远都是以茶为主。
Here lives the king of tea trees. They say he's over 1,000 years old. The late 90s saw a wave of wealthy connoisseurs willing to pay a premium for such rare provenance. In 2 decades, tea prices have risen 100-fold.
这棵茶王树在前几年，每公斤以35万的价格在韩国拍卖，但这几年我们也是买采多少。我们是为了保护我们的茶树，如果采得太多，它的损伤就越大。我们的茶树比我们的生命重要。
Unlike harvesting tea from young plantations, this work requires a higher set of skills.
我是从小都是背在篓篓里面长大的，妈妈从小都是把我挂在茶树上面，反正我从小就在这里长大，就在茶树里面玩。这边有好多虫。 台地茶的话，它采得比较方便，但它的茶质和它的那个营养没有我这边的好。
Lahu society is remarkably egalitarian. Men and women all share the same social standing. Only one thing commands respect: age. 91-year-old Naga has been walking 3 kilometers a day and climbing tea trees from even before the Second World War. Naga still harvests the same trees and returns to the same humble home as she has for 80 years, and has rarely stepped outside this village. The bustle of construction sweeps through her kai. Dirt roads are paved, aging shacks make way for mansions. But for Nagur, happiness is still a cup of tea and an open fire. The raw leaves collected in the Bulang Mountains are made into a prized variety of tea. Pu'er tea, named after the nearby city where it was first made. Fresh leaves are roasted in giant woks, then pressed into cakes and left to age, developing complex flavors over time. Like the best single malt whiskies, it can take a decade for Pu'er tea to reach its full potential. The township of Nakurli in Pu'er was the important stop in a vast trading network. The ancient Tea Horse Road. It spanned 3,000 kilometers through the Sichuan Mountains to Tibet and beyond. The Tea Horse Road is named after the ancient trade of Chinese tea for Tibetan war horses. Not, as you'd expect, because tea was carried on horseback. In fact, as recently as 70 years ago, you could still see human tea porters on these narrow mountain paths. Some would haul up to 160 kilos on their backs. After 1,000 years of use, nature has reclaimed most of the ancient Tea Horse Road. Now, tea moves at a much quicker pace. And in Pu'er, a new dark infusion is taking hold. Coffee. Pu'er's humid climate and fertile environment rivals the best coffee-growing regions in the world. But coffee is a relatively young stranger in tea country.
这是定植用的有机肥，叫定根水。
Dong Shuxiang has seen the industry expand quickly over the last 20 years.
这个手醒咖啡种植是我们刘董的一个梦想，他要做咖啡的牛仔，所以我们爱你庄也选择了咖啡。
Almost all of China's coffee is grown in Pu'er. Since 2009, coffee consumption in the country has more than quadrupled, driven by a younger, cosmopolitan generation. In Pu'er, the booming industry now involves over 1 million people.
我们茶叶已经摘完了，就结束了，来打工，整咖啡。
我们梦中町咖啡园主要是采用有机模式，用自己的牧场的牛粪，还有那个咖啡果皮，做了我们自己的有机肥。我们的工人都是从云南省各个部分、各个地州过来的，有很多都是少数民族。公司提供了住房、水电、交通，还有他们子女的就学问题。农村合作医疗也是我们公司帮他们全部都办了。工人在这里可以无忧无虑的跟我们管好咖啡。但世界很多朋友都不知道普洱有好咖啡，让我们做得越来越好，让普洱的咖啡全世界的人都知道吧。
South of Pu'er, the mountains descend into tropical jungles, where a vibrant ethnic minority is quickly becoming known to the world. $1.2 million Dai live in China, a Buddhist ethnicity closely related to the people of Laos and Thailand. From as early as the 6th century BC, these successful rice cultivators have lived in the lush lowlands and river valleys of Yunnan. The Dai believe that water is the source of all life. Every new year in the unique Dai calendar is marked with the famous water splashing festival. But hidden away in Manglian, a tiny unknown county of 135,000, a unique take on the festival is about to kick off. Here, the Nan Lei River will be the focal point of the Holy Fish Festival. Legend has it the people of Manglian once enraged the god of grains, who punished them with severe famine. The fish god took pity and sacrificed himself as food for the people. Around 50,000 visitors have come to see the festival highlight, a fishing competition that will break the scale. The Holy Fish Festival kicks off with a traditional dragon boat race. Brothers San Mung and Yizhang are the home team, representing the Dai town of Nayun.
我与我们队友都是好兄弟，哥哥姐姐这些都是从小一起长大的，平时我们相处的比较团结。今天我们很有信心赢。听了那个鼓声落下，击一下，划一下，齐心协力的话，那个龙舟以最快的速度走上去。
The Nayun team falls far behind. But in this atmosphere, it's hard to separate winners from losers.
这神医节的话是每年的举行啊，1年1度，我们都很期待这个节日，因为这个节日的话是孟连最热闹的节日。
Back at home, the boy's father is gearing up for the main event.
外看病，种田种地，杀猪呢。我是来讨老婆了，来在这个那有过生日了。
Bo is no stranger to catching fish. In his youth, he used traditional dye fishing techniques to make a living.
啊，他们我们拿个叶子裹起来嘛，一长长的跟两人嘛，就是拿。还有一种，去盖一个小房屋，在河里面呢，拿个弄个结抬起来。
The fish he caught would be smoked and sold at the market for a mere 5 cents per carton. Bo struggled to break free of poverty. But he soon benefited from the government's many agricultural reforms. In 2006, farmers and fishermen no longer needed to pay tax to the government, ending a 2,500-year practice. Bo was able to save up for this house in the heart of Yunnan and raise 3 healthy sons.
看小小娃打起来嘛，就做个狗啊，做个猪啊，小孩子托付给他们了，我们老人嘛，因为3个小娃嘛，这都是好的了，我们说，他们3个跟他们在一起，跟他们考试考上了，跟他们团结下。
Bo Ihumbiang no longer needs to fish for survival. Today, it's all about reaping the rewards from a lifetime of hard work. But it seems he's late for the party. The fishing frenzy has already begun. Over 10,000 people swarm on a 2-kilometer stretch of the Nanlei River. No time for fishing rods here. Men and women come face to face with their prey, baskets and nets at the ready. Some are here to bring home as many fish as possible. Others are in it for the prestige of catching a whopper. There are plenty of professionals. As for the beginners, Bo is more than happy to show how it's done.
拿得大的是拿的最好了吧，请问，拿得小的是拿小的那种了，又碰到运气了是吧？
Luck is something he's short on today. But he has one thing the masses don't. An intimate understanding of the Nanlei River, where he's been fishing for half a century. Here, in the deep end, Bo is right at home. After a bountiful day, monks lead the ceremony of 1,000 lights. Illuminating the town's golden temple. The Holy Fish Festival marks the passing of the Buddhist Dai New Year. People flock to the river, lotus flower lanterns in hand, praying for the future or remembering the past. They release their floating candles and light the way to another year.
今天拿到鱼嘛，大概20斤，分到久了送给亲戚啊。今天过得更好，过得更开心。
One last ritual closes the Holy Fish Festival. A chance for all to release life back into the Nan Lei. Beginning around the 10th century AD, fertile rivers like this one nurtured the rise of powerful Dai kingdoms. Further east, straddling the banks of the Mekong, known in China as the Lanchang River, lies the heart of a once expansive dominion, Xishuangbanna. The city of Jinghong was the center of the Xishuangbanna Dai Kingdom for nearly 800 years. Though the Dai still make up the majority of the region's 1.1 million inhabitants, the huge influx of Han Chinese since the 1950s is rapidly changing the face of the town. Professor Zhu Liangwen has made it his life's mission to protect the traditional spirit of the Dai. His weapon? Houses.
盖房子很容易，但是如何把这种房盖起，又能够使老百姓满意，又用新的材料，又保留传统形式，我一辈子研究的就是这个东西。
Classic Dai houses can still be seen all across Yunnan. According to legend, the design was inspired by the movements of a peacock. The roof repels monsoon rain on all sides, like a peacock with its wings spread out and head to the ground. The living area stands on stilts to protect from flooding and mosquito-borne disease. Space beneath the house is traditionally kept open for storage or animals. And in that space lies a hole in the plan.
竹楼它是不耐久的，木材也很贵了。老百姓要盖房子怎么办？所以产生了砖楼。砖的楼就不好，底层不好架空了。即使有少量架空，它非常危险。一地震很弱的。 所以最后他们干脆就盖成了汉初那种平顶房，这个跟傣族房的特色完全消失了。所以在这种情况下，我们和当地，所以后来我们才建立了一个研究课题。现在所在的就是曼景法村，也就是我们2004年新建的第一个完整的村寨。
Using a special reinforced concrete system, Professor Zhu and his team designed an entire village that satisfied all three demands: cost-effective, earthquake-safe, and quintessentially Dai.
当然，在中原地区根本看不到这些东西了，那可以说几千年文化的一个传统，它留下来了。20年来呢，不仅是这个村寨，好多村寨都按照这个村寨做了。可是事物的发展到这个时候，又有新的材料了。
If bamboo Dai houses are Generation 1, wood houses Generation 2, and reinforced concrete Generation 3, then Zarunbing village is what Professor Zhu calls the fourth generation, made of lightweight steel and natural fiber.
我们这很多橡胶林，橡胶那个籽榨油了以后，它的废料就那个渣，用容器留下来，经过日压。 利用这个做外围材料。那么现在利用这样一个，既利用了废料，也利用了现代的钢材，把两者结合，产生了第4代竹楼。
These Dai-style houses spring up from recycled material at miraculous speed. Just 10 days from start to finish.
所以传统建筑和传统村落。 传统的城镇 它就是传统文化的一个载体。这些东西不保护好，对于我们的民族文化来和我们这个中华的传统文化来说，是一个很大的损失，也就是把我们情感上的东西丢失掉了。所以现在你看，我退休以后，老实说比过去更忙了，这个一直停不下来，就是过去研究东西，现在正好派上用场了，所以也感到是一个很好的时机。
Diverse ethnic minorities make up more than 2/3 of Xishuangbanna's population. This rich multicultural exchange is on full display at the Jimao market. Aside from the usual fruits, vegetables and meat, this bazaar offers exotic goods for those with daring taste buds.
这是景洪最大的一个集贸市场啊，一些本地的特有的一些蔬菜、一些品种比较多，所以平时呢都是到这个市场来买菜，给小孩做点好吃的。
24 years of living here has made Zhang Hong an expert in local Dai cuisine.
这个是傣族的芭蕉叶包烧的小鱼，还有芭蕉花包的肉。然后这个呢是青苔，是江里面捞上来的，煎着吃、炒着吃。然后呢蘸糯米饭，想不想吃啊？
想吃馍。
想吃馍的？
嗯，我想吃洋芋。
这个东西是蚂蚁党的，蜂蛾的。这小蜜蜂的蜂蛾，现在生吃是甜的，有点甜味，然后可以炒吃，油炸着吃。给想吃你？
啊，好嘛。
多少一碗？
Zhang is stocking up for a feast because today his 11-year-old daughter will challenge the raging currents of the Lanchang River.
我叫张梦佳，今年上5年级。我的梦想是参加奥运会。
Zhang Mungjia has been training seriously with this swim club for the past 2 years. Every week she'll juggle several hours of after-school swim time with a steadily increasing academic workload. Both are equally important. Mungjia's sporting talents may earn her bonus points in China's competitive education system and might even land her a place in a prestigious sporting school.
我们这些运动员都是各个寨子从学校里面选拔出来的，代表我们西双版纳。
Today, it's a special lesson. Out of the pool and up against nature. They'll swim from the Jinghong Old Bridge across the 260-meter-wide river to the opposite bank near the new bridge. The mighty Lanchang can rush as fast as 10 kilometers per hour. It's not a challenge to take lightly.
当时我在水里看着水很浑浊，水流又湍急，我就想自己能不能游过去。水很深，也看不下去，每次都要换气和闷水进去，都看着河底都深不见底。我就害怕突然有个水草之类的，或者说是有蛇之类的缠住我的脚。我当时挺害怕的，但是看着伙伴们都在身边，就有一种安全感。
因为我们最初都是生活在的河边、江边，从小我们就开始抓鱼啊、摸虾，所以学会游泳了。来到江边来游嘛，是你的，主要是心理作用嘛。
别高兴，高兴自己在这里上了岸，没被冲下去。再跑一会儿没力气上来了。
It's not just raw physical strength, but the courage to conquer her own fears that has brought Mungjia past the finish line, enough to make her father proud.
哎呀，10多年了。很小，他的梦想就是这个奥运会，他可以在世锦赛的电视转播上看了人家的动作来纠正自己的动作，感觉很快，告诉他蛙泳是怎么换气，手是怎么劈的，所以感觉有天赋，要努力啊！对不对？
如果想要参加奥运会的话，首先挑战自己，后来训练加量，到后面再一步一步的往上爬上去，尽量拿得冠军，为中国争光。
Just 80 kilometers down the Lanchang, big business is flourishing. Guanlei Port is where landlocked Yunnan bridges its way to Southeast Asia.
关雷港作为我们云南省唯一的一个水路口岸，我们可以从这里出去的货物可以到达6个国家，到缅甸、老挝、泰国，包括越南的好多货物都可以从这里向东南亚地区输送。
River freight is increasingly important in China, more energy efficient and environmentally friendly than road or rail. Ship captain Huan Xingsheng has been sailing the Lanchang for more than 20 years.
我是以前家住在江边嘛，就习惯了这个水的生活，就慢慢的就成为喜欢爱上这个职业，就成为船长了。
Once his full load of garlic is locked down, he'll set off on a 9-hour journey to Thailand.
你好，他是老挝的大哥，就养了3年了。瓦迪卡，你好，萨瓦迪卡，拜拜拜拜拜拜拜拜。我们整个船上一共6个人，这个是船长室，这个是驾驶员的。现在的船比以前它在各方面上这个设计上啊，这个各方面的比以前先进多了。我们在浪沙江这个江上航行的时间有20多年了，我们对这个江。这个江的水性啊，什么都比较了解，也对这个江很有感情。因为这就是像我们的家一样，这是我们一家人，我们特别是爱这个江的。
Huang's ship catches the swift flow of the Lanchang. In about an hour, he'll cross the borders of China. Hidden away in the southwestern frontier, a province of extraordinary diversity. This ancient land of 25 distinct ethnicities is on the cusp of change. As modern development transforms the lives of the once isolated people, the secret pockets of culture in Yunnan are beginning to be shared with the world.